Hi, Terry Franks here. Welcome back to my channel, Prescott Voice. Please be sure to hit those subscribe, like, and share buttons. I would so much appreciate it. You know, I never knew that all these years I have been suffering from imposter syndrome. I found that very interesting. I really didn't even pay any attention to it until I watched a couple of Instagram videos. There's a syndrome for everything today, isn't there? I mean, there's a victim in every corner of society. You can choose to be a victim or you can be an overcomer. And that's where I'd like to focus today. There's all kinds of people making gobs of money on these so-called syndrome. Now, you can just go ahead and accept that you've got a syndrome of any kind. It doesn't matter what. It's kind of like accepting that you have a disease and never wanting to get well. Now, I'm not saying that people don't have thoughts of inadequacy. Maybe you're one of those high flyers that are very successful on YouTube or Instagram or wherever it is that you're successful. And you believe that you're really a fraud, that someday someone's going to find out that you're really not as good as you think you are. There are family members, spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends that can create an atmosphere of a lack of confidence in what you are doing. It's not being able to resolve your thoughts and take them captive. Just because a thought comes into your mind doesn't mean you have to run with it. And that's what most people do. This is what our society is today. Oh, someone said I had imposter syndrome, so I guess I do. Well, that's only if you believe that you do. So really, these thoughts in your mind aren't necessarily from you. They could be people, family, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, and it could be the circumstances that you're in financially, or maybe you want to go back to school and you're struggling with, oh, I'm not smart enough, and everybody's going to learn that because I'm 70, I can't go back to school. I'm just not good enough. So there's all kinds of things that can creep into our minds, but the problem comes when we start to say things, speak them out loud, that become a self-fulfilling prophecy, either for good or for bad. You can speak all kinds of things that will lift you up, and you can also buy into somebody telling you, oh, you're suffering from imposter syndrome. No, you don't believe everything you hear or everything that your self-talk is telling you. No, you could say everyone on the planet at some point in their life has imposter syndrome, that you just aren't feeling good enough and that someone's going to find you out. Here I am. I've been on YouTube, I believe, about a year now, trying to figure it all out. I could easily say, I'll never be anything. I'm just a fraud. No one's going to listen to me. And that's fine, because I am not doing this because I am trying to seek any kind of fame or even fortune. I'm doing this because this is a new season of my life, and it's something that I want my grandkids to be able to see one day. My grandkids are pretty much grown. They're in their late 20s. And I want them to be able to see what their grandmother was really all about. What I'm doing now is going to be there later for them. And I hope they take what I'm saying to heart. Time is something we don't have enough of. Not a single one of us. I mean, you don't grow old. No, you don't grow old. You wake up one day and you are old. My life at this point has gone by in a blink, just a blink. I recently made a short video on how many weekends we have left. When you start looking at things that way, you start to really think about your life and how much time you have, because we're not guaranteed even a day. You can really suffer from thoughts that you let into your mind and just ruminate on them. You can't do that. You take a thought captive, as the Bible teaches. Take that thought captive and analyze it and say, no, I'm not going to believe that. That's not me. You have to be an overcomer. And there's so many young women out there that are just exploiting themselves. Where are you going to be in another 30 years when your body no longer looks like it does today? Because I can tell you that's going to happen. Guaranteed it's going to happen. What are you going to do then? This is just a brief moment in time for you young ladies. You know, don't focus so much on these negative thoughts. You need to be an overcomer and go for it. Go for whatever it is you're going to do. For example, I wanted to lose 50 pounds. Now, I decided one day that I was going to exercise. I was going to buy myself a hydro rowing machine. And I started. You have to start somewhere. You have to have a positive thought pattern going into it. Yeah, I don't look really great now. And maybe I never will. And then these thoughts start creeping in. Oh my gosh, you have 50 pounds to lose. You'll never make it. People will laugh at you. You'll never do it. Well, that's where you take those thoughts captive and you boot them right out the door, out the window, whatever. And you tell yourself that, yes, I can do it. I will fake it till I make it. Okay? Really, you just take these labels and get rid of them. And the young lady I watched yesterday on Instagram that said, you know, I've been really dealing with this imposter syndrome. And she sounded so down and sad. In her video, she was showing off her body. That's not the answer. Okay, to get out there and just exploit yourself. Why? And who is watching you? And where is the self-respect and the self-esteem? Why are you doing it? That's the question. And when it comes right down to it, I am really worried about the young women today. Now, I was young once too. I did things that I'm not proud of. I get it that there's times when you just don't know what to do. But don't listen to these people and others that are, don't join in the crowd and go off the cliff with them. Try to concentrate on what you do best and forget what anyone else is thinking about what you are doing. And don't you think that crossed my mind once or twice doing these videos? Oh, sure. Do people like me? Do they think I'm too old to do this? Well, maybe so. But I'm doing it. And I'm enjoying it. Take every thought captive. Analyze it. And if it's not something that's positive, that's going to move you forward to a better place, then chuck it. That's what you do. So I hope this has been helpful. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.